Why hello everyone, Zershin here, and welcome to another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the next part of the Deep Dark Challenge. You ready? Let's go! For the first day of this challenge, I decided to make an area underneath my current base to act as sort of like a storage room, because I think we're going to need one in the future. And we just kept on mining, and luckily we found some more coal, which will be pretty useful to us later on. And as we continue to clean out this room, we found some gravel, which means we could probably make some concrete in the future, which will be amazing. And also, this is the room we have currently, but I decided to mine a little bit more, and then I found some copper, which will also be very useful. And then that is the end of the first day. At the start of the second day, I worked a little bit more on the room, and I also smelted the copper as I tried to ignore the phantom screeches outside. And then I used my stone cutter to make some copper slabs and then place them on the ceiling of the room downstairs. And that is the end of the second day. On the start of the third day, we finished smelting our copper and made it into blocks. Then we used our stone cutter to make it into slabs, and then we placed them on the ceiling downstairs. Then we smelted some stone to make some smooth stone to try to help complete the look downstairs. So we put them on the ceiling as well as a little border around, and then we also placed some stone next to them. Then we placed some cobblestone right next to it, and overall I think the build is starting to come together quite nicely. Then we added some oak planks on the walls here, just to add a little bit more light to the build instead of it being all gray. And hopefully we can find a better way to use the torches later. But that is the end of the third day. On the start of the fifth day, it was raining outside again, so I didn't really want to head out in case more phantoms had spawned, so I worked a little bit more on the room downstairs, making some more smooth stone and trying to figure out how we would do the borders of the room. Then we smelted some more stone and more cobblestone, and then overall that is the look of the build, and that is the end of the fifth day where not much happened. On the fourth day, I decided to head on out and cut down some trees for wood, as I'm gonna need the wood for chests for my storage room. And overall, it was going pretty well. It was the first time I had gone outside in a while, and everything looked okay. But as I was crafting chests, I heard some llama noises, and a wandering trader had spawned, which was amazing. I would have loved to trade with him, except I didn't have any emeralds. Those acacia saplings, I sure wish I could get them, but I don't have any emeralds. So I invited the guy into my house, and he decided to leave instead, leaving his llamas behind. I was quite excited because I had some new friends in the world now, which made me kind of happy, because they were, for once, not hostile ones. And then the wandering trader came back into my area, and I put him in a boat and brought him over to the llamas as well. Overall, this is quite exciting because it means I'm not alone in this world, even though I know that they will probably despawn soon. So then I put the llamas inside the boats as well, and then me and the llama did a little bit of a dance, and then I blocked them in with some cobblestone so in case pillagers spawned, hopefully they wouldn't attack. And that's the end of the fourth day. On the start of the sixth day, we stripped some wood and overall just made the tops of the rooms here look a little bit better. And yes, there's an opening right there, and I will see where that wood is later. For right now though, we're going to work on the room a little bit more. Then we added cobblestone here, tried a few different combinations with torches, and overall I think it's starting to look okay. Then we placed some chests just to see how the whole thing would look, and I think it looks pretty good, especially with the copper there right in the middle. Then we started to fill up the chests, and we made a few more as well, and just started to make this look more like a chest room, which I think is working out pretty well. Then on this wall, we decided to put some furnaces on the side, just because we're gonna probably need a lot more furnaces if we find some more copper. So we worked on that, but that is the end of the 6th day. On the 7th day, we worked a little bit more on the room down here. We organized our chests and labeled them all so we won't get too confused later on. And overall, I think the room is starting to really come together. We also moved our stone cutter down here, and overall up here, I think it's starting to look pretty okay. Now we're gonna get some wood and make the rest of the floor there stripped wood and just make it look a little bit better. And we'll also probably be changing that skulk block right there soon. But overall, I think it's starting to work out nicely. And that's why I noticed that there were pillagers outside, which meant I was definitely not gonna go out because I don't have any armor yet. Hopefully I will get on that soon. But in light of not being able to see outside as much, we decided to make a few more windows, and then we got to adding a bit more detail in our storage room, and overall I think this is starting to look pretty good. Here's a look of the room, and that was the end of the 7th day. On the 8th day, we made our first farm, 18 days in. But it works. So what we did was we reused our top area as our farm area because I did not want to go outside and try to figure out whether there were pillagers or not. So I just worked on the farm indoors and got a seedy place here in a moment, which is quite exciting even though it's 18 days in and it's the first time I'm getting this achievement. But either way, it works. And here we go. And there's the achievement right there. And then we worked on the rest of the farm inside here. And overall, I think it's working out pretty well. And that is the end of the 7th day. On the 9th day, we really didn't get as much stuff done as I thought we would. We made a composter and then a smoker. Also grindstone, although half of these things we won't be able to even use until later. Then we watched the wheat grow for quite a little while, and then that is the end of the 9th day. The 10th day is pretty much the same, as we mostly just watched the wheat grow all day, and it's almost there. It's almost done. I can taste that yummy bread, but for right now, that is the end of the 10th day. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, for it would really help me out a lot. And with that, I shall see you guys all next time. Zeration out.